Why are you calling me Cisco? Okay, whatever you guys are doing, I don't like that. Just to let you know. Wait, 9 people? What the fuck? Wait. Okay, wait, mic is working, right? Hello. I'm sorry. Wait, I forgot what I was gonna say. I did save 8 stories in my library. Little sister excluded, and we did read Daddy King to the end, so we have 8 new stories that we can check out together. I'm so excited. I'm excited. And I'm very sure that I'm not going to read all of them at once today. But there are definitely stories that are like 9 minutes. So we can definitely check them out. Yes, hello. 8. It's really not that many. I really could have looked for more. You did suggestions about fandoms that I could be looking at, and I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fandoms. That's really not nearly as much as what you recommended about what we had in our mind together. Okay, but I'm not sure. Wait, I need to look which one it was that had like. Is this even active? Is it active? It's active, right? Yes. Yes! I need to like look which one took 9 minutes. This has 19 minutes. It's not as long, but 7 minutes. Yandere FNAF XOC is 7 minutes. This is 10 minutes. FNAF OC story. How long is this? 1 hour, okay. 1 hour, okay. Bakugo XOC is 25 hours, sweetie. This is like an hour. And this is 9 minutes. What the fuck, Yandere? I don't even know. I'm not even sure if that's actually a story. Wait, can we quickly look into this? Because I'm not even sure if that is actually a story. It's like 90% lyrics, could it be? Okay. 25 hours, I'm not lying. Like, I wish I could have it like on stream, but the you know, window capture is a little bit cropped to fit it into the beautiful glowing frame that I picked out. But I'm not lying. I'm for real not lying. 25 hours. I'm not seriously. Okay, wait. Can you check music? Yes. We are going to read this. what was the name again? Tomorrow by who? Honey started. How many chapters? I mean, like, some books, like actual books that you hold, last like a month or something. Like, it's 25 hours. It's a little bit over a day, so it's really not that long. But I also estimate that the hours are estimated to how much you could read at a, how do you say it, in one go. So it's gonna be like probably 3 days to read all of it. So it's not a video, it's a book, so it's fine. Okay, let me quickly check something. Okay, honey boos, I think we're ready to read. Give me a second. Are we good to go, or did I like forget something again? Love the music. I love it too, actually. I took quite some while to find it. Is my microphone connected to my mouth? I'm not sure. I think it is. Sorry. I think we have everything we can start. Yep. Oh, where's the window? This one is literally called Final, and I also want to remind you that the description said the story is actually inspired by a question the writer has been asked during school. yeah, and it's OCX BTS J-Ho. Let's go. Final. The library was busy with students doing their own stuffs. Some were rushing back and forth to gather books for collecting informations. Some were sitting together and having discussion or tutor, and there were students who just left alone with their own worlds. Okay? There was a girl sitting at the back of the library, in a corner, beside a window to be exact. With a pair of earpieces in her ears, she scribbled on her notebook while her head nodded, jamming with whatever song was playing at the time. She stayed like that for a while. Just then, her head, sorry, excuse me, I'm dyslexic. Her head stopped moving upon hearing a particular song. BTS Tomorrow. That was appeared on the screen of her glossy red Walkman. Glossy red Walkman? What the actual fuck is a Walkman? Hold on. Oh yeah, it's like a MP3 player, but like really old. I'm not sure if they even still have these devices. Okay. She remained still, not doing anything as she listened to the song. 3 minutes passed. The song had been played till the end. She plucked both earpieces off from her ears and looked outside through the nearest window. The sky was clear and bright, and there was a big shaded tree to complete the beautiful scenery. A smile formed on her face. That was the beginning of a new journey. Why? Because you listened to a song from BTS? How does that give you a new beginning of a... What? How does it give you the beginning of a new journey? Okay, let's go, people. She was sitting under the similar shaded big... What? She was sitting under the similar shaded big, just in a different place. What does it mean when a bunch of girls surrounded her? What does it mean? What? Knowing them before, she pressed her chest against her knees, wrapping her body with her arms. Their presence only could overwhelm her that she hid her face between her limbs immediately. She heard they laughed at her mockingly. Pathetic. Disgusting. Such a jerk. Sure, they did not accuse her for long and bored themselves. As soon as they left, a sob escaped from her chapped lips. In a short time, the sobs turned into a stream of tears. Why did it happen? Why must it happen to me? What did I do in the past that make me deserve this? Why? She screamed desperately. Bro. She tightened her embrace and cried, mourning her pathetic life. Can I ask what the fuck happened? So, bullies that she was obviously familiar with approached her. It's good, it's fine. They call her pathetic, disgusting, and such a jerk, and she starts crying so much that she has a stream of tears, and then she screams the word why. Bro, leave me the fuck alone. Yeah, I don't know why she's screaming. They didn't even describe where she is. Like, what the fuck? Okay. Suddenly, she felt something sliding from her head down to her ears. She stopped crying. Her breath hitched and her body stiffened. Slowly, she lifted her head up and met a pair of hazel eyes. "Oh, hi," she shrieked in shock upon seeing a boy hunched in front of her. He was in a dark green polo t-shirt, tucked in a pair of skinny jeans. Suited with his tall figure. His facial features looked perfect, with the plump lips curved into a bright smile. It eased her a bit. under a big tree, I think, but they forgot the word tree. I don't even know. Nice style. What the fuck? I thought like BTS leaks a fucking lot about themselves. What makes you think he would wear something like this? Yeah, Sissy. It's my thought, Sissy. Okay. Where were we? It eased her a bit. She screamed in fear when he moved nearer. She pushed her body away from the boy to put the distance between them. A whimper escaped when her back met the trunk. Okay, yeah, it was actually a tree. The previous smile changed into frown when he saw her reaction. Easy there. I mean no harm here. He tried to persuade her, but failed. A pool of tears started forming again in her damp eyes. He sighed. Never mind. I just want to say that I believe you. I know you've been framed for stealing. Don't worry, he said, when silence was the only response he could get from her. He smiled softly. I'll leave first. Enjoy the song, he sing-songed and left. What the fuck? The girl watched him leaving until the figure practically dismissed from her side. Only after that, she paid her attention towards the thing attached in her head. She touched it. That seemed to be a headphone, and trailed her fingers on the wire into a metallic gray Walkman. She picked it up. Why would you? I mean, I have to admit, this writing style is actually pretty beautiful. It's actually pretty nice. I think there is too little detail on the environment. There is too little information to actually enjoy the scene. The cringe stays the same though. It is very cringe, I need to admit. But the writing style is actually nice, yeah. This is so character AI. Easy there. please, who would say that? Okay. The Walkman just finished playing a song and kept silent. She pressed the buttons and saw that there was one and only one song in the particular playlist. She replayed it and paid her attention to it. The intro of the song was upbeat and catchy. It's an R&B and electronic song. Her favorite genre. Exclamation mark! Her favorite genre! Her head started jamming along with the song before it stopped moving. She focused on the lyrics. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, basically just don't give up. That's what the lyrics basically says. She pushed the headphone up and out from her head. As she struggled, her palm brushed over her wet cheek. She wiped her cheeks and realized that she had been crying again. Just a different well, she cried of relief. Relief when there was still someone who believed her and cared her enough for him to support her during her fall. She smiled and replayed the song again and again. But why? What makes you apparently have never seen this person before. And there is a song, you didn't even know who made that song. But it touched you so much that you start crying because somebody believes in you. Okay. How long is the song? I have no idea. But like, if it's in a BTS song, like BTS makes the most annoying songs. Personally, please don't attack me, Rob. I mean, not Rob. But like, perfect. She dashed among the sea of students. That sounds so disgusting, sorry. Sometimes during her rush, she glanced on her watch. 8:53 a.m. I'm sorry, too much German. Her eyes widened. She just had in about 7 minutes to find him. Or else what? Is he Cinderella or what? Or is she Cinderella or what? Like what? She fastened her steps towards a particular spot. She thought he would be there confidently, but she didn't even know him. And truth to her thought, the boy from yesterday was there. He was scrambling and picking several books needed for his classes. She grabbed his right hand before he even could lock his locker. He yelped in surprise while she put the headphone and Walkman on his large palm. Thank you for your support, I need it. She flashed him a genuine smile to reveal her sincere gratitude towards him. He replied to her smile. Glad to hear that. Sominsi? How are you supposed to pronounce it? I'm gonna call her Sissy. Okay. Wait. My throat. Earth to Park Soman. Soman shook her head and jumped when the familiar hazel eyes were literally a breath away from hers. The owner of the eyes chuckled. You indeed a scaredy cat, huh? Solomon smacked his arms. I know, let me guess. She smacks his arms and goes, no, I'm not smartass or jackass, one of those both. She really wanted to wipe out his devilish smirk as he ran away to avoid being hitting again. However, he didn't forget to snatch her notebook and open it to the last written page. Slowly, the smirk had been replaced by a soft smile. Thank you, Sissy. Huh? This is for me, alright? Someone moved to his left and extended her long neck to see the page pointed by the boy's finger. Thank you for being born. She smiled. Why do you think so? The boy's lips curved more. Because it is obvious. Someone lifted her left eyebrow. Didn't understand what he tried to say. He chuckled. You write, I'm not gonna pronounce that, at the bottom. So this song is for me, right? Someone blushed up upon hearing that, yet she really felt like she owed what the fuck that means. After returning his Walkman, someone had determined to continue her student life and ignore the bullies. In her elder stage, she still received hatred and harsh words from them. With her less-to-known reaction towards them, all the bullies stopped. Not only she had escaped from her suffering, she also had a new dream, a big one. She wants to be a lyricist, I don't know, and wanted more motivational songs, hoping to give encouragement towards people in need through songs. Along with whatever the fuck, they pursued their study and music major. Whatever the fuck ruffled her hair upon seeing her face turned red like a ripened tomato. He moved away from her and towards the door. Let's go for the composing part. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is all I can say right now. Oh my god, this is the end, by the way. There's no more. There's no more parts. There's no... What? There's nothing more. This is it. I'm sorry, but like one reason why I just don't feel like, I feel like every girl does that. The hitting boys for some reason and trying to have their notebook stolen and their whatever stolen and going, oh no, stop, you're being so mean. Dude, that was so embarrassing. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? This entire story did not really make any sense. But at least it was short. Yeah, how am I supposed to pronounce this? I'm not Korean, you know. Very romantic, yes. BTS fans, this is beautiful. Okay, there was a story that went 7 minutes and I wanted to read that. Which one was it? Was it this one? 10 minutes? Where was 7? This one? This one is 7 minutes, sweethearts, with 3 chapters. 3 chapters and 7 minutes. You have to imagine that, please. Then, the name is Yandere FNAF XOC. I'm not good at descriptions, so read and find out. And then the tags are Aftons, Alice Angel, Badem, Bendy, Bandy and the Machine, Bonnie the Bunny, Boris, Chica, Circus Baby, FNAF, Foxy the Pirate, Freddy Fazbear, Golden Freddy, Spring Bonnie, Springtrap, Yandere, and OC with a very interesting O. I'm not sure why this O, but we're gonna rate this. Gotcha! No! No! No, gotcha, please! Okay, wait, let me update the thing first. Oh my god, okay. Yandere FNAF XOC by Princess Luna. Those look like O's and not O's, not O's. Those look like O's and not zeros, but Princess Luna 0001. Yes, that's what I'm going to read. Yandere FNAF XOC Prologue. And this very beautiful picture that I want to admire with you guys for a few seconds. Yes, yes, very beautiful. Sitting in the living room was a little girl with a plushie of a little devil watching a show with sad devil on it. "What are you watching, little flower?" asked her father, William Afton. "I'm watching Bendy and Boris and Friends," said the little girl with a big smile. William smiled back. "Who's your favorite?" he asked. "Bendy, of course," she said, hugging her Bendy plush. "One day I want to be just like him," she said, before laughing as William picked her up. "Just keep believing, and one day it might come true," said William. The little girl looked at him with hope-filled eyes. "Really?" she asked. "Really," he replied. "William Marceline! Marceline! The lunch is ready," shouted Clara from the kitchen. "Not the kitchen, the kitchen." "Come on, I'm starving," said William before they both went into the kitchen. Why not kitchen? Wait. She even has a Bendy plushie and he dares asking who her favorite is. Okay, continue to export. Okay. Oh, excuse me, how impolite of me. Very beautiful picture. Chapter 1. Bendy / Marceline POV. Okay, so Marceline is now Bendy, okay. I'm sitting in my throne room watching one of my old episodes and say, Marceline is actually Bendy? Sorry. Good morning. I'm sitting in my throne room watching one of my old episodes and sighed as it came to an end and stood up. Today, me, Sammy, Alice, and Boris are leaving the studio and moving into a mansion I bought. After being trapped here for over 30 years, they wanted out, and when the others heard that I had bought us a place to live in, they immediately started packing stuff they wanted to take with them. Now, here we are, grabbing the last of the things we were bringing to the new house and getting ready to leave. Why do you have money? Anyways, my voice is a little bit raspy, I'm sorry. Ready to go, Sammy? I asked, not even bothering to look behind me. You know, one of these days I'm going to sneak up on you, and you won't even hear me coming, said Sammy as he rubbed his arms around my waist. Oh, Bendy X Sammy, okay. I turned around and looked down at Sammy, and down? How big is Bendy? And smiled as he looked up at me. No change. You can't go outside looking like a demon from hell, said Sammy. But I am, I said before shifting. Now instead of looking like a deformed demon, I now look like an actual person. Now it was my turn to look up at Sammy. I forgot how short I actually am compared to most. Can I ask how many dots these are? Does anybody want to count? I don't like it. Sammy laughed before the ink disappeared from his skin. Pick up off is what they look like. Ooh. Interesting. Well, I happen to find it adorable. English, woo! He said. Now come on, the others are waiting for us at the exit. Nodding my head, we walked through the wall and came out of the wall. We walked through the wall and came out of the wall near the exit where Alice and Boris were waiting for us. Boris' tail was wagging from side to side happily as he was barely containing his excitement. It reminds me of Devlin. Well, someone sure is eager, I said with a small laugh. Alice let out a laugh. You repeated laugh. I don't blame him. I mean, we haven't seen the outside world in over 50-something years. said Alice as Boris nodded his head in agreement. I forgot that Boris doesn't talk. That is a nice detail you paid attention to. True, okay. Now hide your horns, halo, ears, and tail. Once you guys do that, we can go outside. I said as I put a blindfold over my eyes as they still looked unnatural and made it look like I was blind. Why don't you just act like you're blind then? In an instant, they did just that. Why did you put his sunglasses up or something? Why did you a blindfold? Bird box or what? With that, I opened the door. Everyone except for me flinched and shielded their eyes as they light from the sun blinded they momentarily. Once their eyes adjusted to the light, they looked around and smiled. I can't believe it, and another 50,000 dots, said Alice with tears in her eyes as she covered her mouth. We're finally free. Boris hugged her with a smile on his face. On his snout, oh please. We've been in that studio for so long, I forgot how beautiful the outside world was. Oh, Sammy, okay, yeah. I was about to say, like, I don't think you've ever been outside before after all, but Sammy was a human, so whatever. Said Sammy as I nodded my head in agreement. There's some noise outside. Come on guys, let's go home, I said before teleporting everyone to our new home. Oh, they don't even need to walk. Okay, so they can go through walls despite having shifted to humans, to flesh and blood and bones and skin. They can still go through walls. I was not about to mention that because but now they can even teleport. Okay, yeah, beautiful. Anyways, standing in front of our house, Alice, Boris, and Sammy were staring at the house in shock. Oh, did I say house? I meant mansion. It's huge, said Sammy. sorry. Of course it's huge. Otherwise, we would have a dance room, a music studio, and other stuff like that. What? I said as if it was obvious. The moment I was finished, everyone ran inside. I snickered, though just before I went inside, I stopped at the door and looked at the mansion next out hours. The Afton family mansion, my old home. I have sex now. Wait. Why are you bendy now? I don't really understand. I don't understand that. Okay, let me read the chat real quick. yeah. I mean, Bendy is literally together with Sammy, it seems? I don't know. Why do they look so ugly? Why does Boris have orange eyes? And why is Alice neon green themed? And who's this? What? I'm so confused. I'm confused to death right now, but that's okay because everyone does sometimes. Okay. Sorry. Chapter 2. And the beautiful picture. And the axe, because... Semi-POV. Right now, I'm currently in the shower to wash off all the blood I got on me from the teens I just killed. Yesterday, Marceline had asked me to get her 3 dead people, saying that she needed them for a experiment she was working on. Wait, did you really put yourself in Bendy's place? To be a girl? I don't understand this. How are you 2 people at the same time? I don't understand. Alice, Boris, come downstairs to the basement. I have a surprise for you two. I heard Marceline shout. I wonder what this surprise is. I thought to myself before turning off the shower. Drying off, I dried my hair off. What hair? I mean, yeah, I know this is how they look like, but Sammy does not have hair anymore. Like, the canon Sammy does absolutely not have hair anymore. I put some clean clothes on. Leaving the bathroom, I went downstairs into the kitchen and opened the fridge and grabbed a can of Coke. Popping the can open, I took a sip. Same along what Marceline did. Said Ella's room behind me. Why is her name Ella's room? Turning around, I instantly started choking on my drink. Standing there was a human Ellis and Boris. They looked completely human with skin color and everything. Fuck. The nose though. Oh, I questioned in shock, not believing my eyes. Asked Marceline, she managed to pull this off somehow. Said Boris, who was grinning like an idiot. Why can't you talk now? Putting my drink down, I went to the basement to see even Marceline looked human. I thought they already achieved that? How did she even pull this off? I thought before she turned in my direction. My throat, bro. So what do you think? It took a bit of work and a lot of blood, but I managed to pull it off. Can you please stop using pull it off? So annoying. Said Bandy. So what now, Marceline or Bandy? Oh my god. Also, that's why she needed the bodies. Honestly, it was this, or I make so illusion disc, like the ones my dad uses. She said, "You look great. Nobody would ever know that you're made of ink." I said, holding her chin. Great, and luckily it also granted us immunity to water, so I was thinking that we could all go to the beach tomorrow. What do you think? Bro, she asked. Sounds like a great idea. I haven't been to the beach in ages, I said. She smiled up at me and clapped her hands together. Fantastic. I'll go and tell Alice and Boris, she said before giving me a peck on my cheek before running upstairs. I just feel like something big is going to happen tomorrow. Yeah, y'all gonna fucking die tomorrow. What are you talking about? But why are you using she, her pronouns? I feel like this entire Marceline thing is just a stupid thing to make the ship of Sammy and Bandy straight. I kind of have that feeling. I kind of feel like that. But I am sincerely sorry, but I need to drink some water. Nice water. Back like I never left. Okay. It's time for the next part. Who's ready? Raise your hands. I want to see your hands being raised. I'm watching. Good, because I'm not ready either. I think this is the last chapter. Wait. You had your fun. My turn. Alright, I'm scared. We see this very beautiful picture of apparently Bandy and apparently Sammy, who looks more like Bandy than this person, with red and neon blue eyes, and now neon pink Alice Angel chasing after now neon blue Boris Boris the Wolf. Yes, and very beautiful and harmony. On chapter 3. Bendy POV. Why not Bendy / Marceline? Go back here and Boris. Actually, okay, yeah, Bendy's not Alice. Sammy and I stood side by side as we watched Alice chase Boris across the sandy beach for putting a cramp on her stomach while she had been sunbathing. Haha, those two seem to be enjoying themselves, laughed Sammy. Okay, correct ID. I nodded my head in agreement and snickered as Boris turned and jumped over Alice and took off running again. Hold on. Excuse me very much. Bendy with headphones at the beach, really? Oh my god. Yep. Why not? I nodded my head in agreement and snickered as the Boris turned and jumped over Alice and took off running again. I was not too far behind him. Dude, please, thank you. I don't blame them. They haven't done something like this in ages. And Boris has never been to the beach before, I said as we continued watching from our spot on the ground. Sammy hummed before laying down. Yeah, I get it. I mean, I'm happy to be here too. I thought I would never see the sun again or go outside. But look at us now. We're free in here in the time of our undead lives. Okay, said Sammy with a smile. I smiled back before looking at the water and decided to go for a swim. Standing up, I walked into the water and dove down. Maybe I can find some seashells. I thought. I dove before going deeper. I dove. Question mark POV. Looking at the fishes swimming by underwater, I swam around just enjoying myself. After finding my family and reuniting with them, we are all living together again and are living happily again. Though I still miss my little sis, I still have her little Bendy plushie. I don't know if she possesses an animatronic or if she's up in heaven. Though Dad says he doubts she's in heaven, as he tried to find her soul, but came up empty. What? We're still looking, but we're starting to lose hope. Suddenly, I saw something move beside me. I looked to the left to see a girl with black hair and a white streak tan skin. Wearing a purple and black two-piece swimsuit. Her right eye was a familiar shade of blue, where her left eye was pure white. Blind. She was looking around when she spotted me and waved. I blinked before waving back. I don't know why, but I feel like I've seen this girl before. But I don't know why. I don't know why. She started to swim to the surface with me, following her lead. Once our hands broke the surface, I turned to her and smiled. Hi, my name is Michael Afton, What's your name? I asked. Nice to meet you, Michael. The name's Bandy, she said. Why are you... I don't understand what the intention is or what the idea is behind giving Bandy she, her pronouns now. I'm sorry, that is... This story idea is horrible! Very openly and honest, I'm going to admit this. The story was terrible. What was that? What was the idea behind this? You mean the ghost emoji? I mean... Michael! Oh, it's Michael afternoon. Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, was beautiful. Also, did you know that my username is called... Wait. What was my username called? Username hello what the fuck man, because I had issues making an account, and literally no matter what I entered, it was always invalid. So I was like, hello, please give me a username. Right? Why can't you just be she? Why does she need to be Bandy too? I don't know. Like, what the fuck? Like, the idea that somebody turns into Bandy is okay, but then can you just not be a girl then? Not to be heterophobe, but I am heterophobe. Anyways, so that was very interesting. That was Yandere FNAF XOC, ladies and gentlemen. Very beautiful story. If I was gonna rate this out of 10, I'm gonna give it a straight 11. Woo! And I already know what we're going to read next. I'm sure this is like what catches your eye the most out of all of these, because it is right in the middle of the window, and it is a FNAF OC story, yes. By Sasha Anime Kid. This is apparently, yes, 10 minutes. I'm curious. I'm very curious about this. Okay, let's read the description first. It is tagged as complete and mature. Okay, we're having a complete story this time. I'm very curious about that, and very relieved about that as well. So let's read the description. When an average kid is killed and stuffed in a suit, she has to play with kids, kill a night guard, and get used to her new life as of now. With attacks, Bonnie, Chica, FNAF, Foxy, Freddy, Night Guard, and OC again. Beautiful. So scared. Oh god. Oh god. Bio. It starts with bio. Okay. Wait. We need to be prepared for this one. Wait. Give me a second. Excuse me. Yes. So, FNAF OC story, bio. I own no pictures, videos, or anything related to FNAF besides the story and OC. Also, the snake in the picture will not look exactly like that. Okay. Name, Slither the Snake. Gender, female, I guess. Species, animatronic. Age/years in service, 18 till 20. Voice/speech, Australian. Don't ask lol. Don't ask ... lol. I just love their accent for some odd reason. Quote, good day, night guard. appearance. Oh, so beautiful. Colors, green with a black design. Body, small. Fedora, skinny. Eyes, black. Height, around 3 feet. Hard to say since she doesn't get to stand all the way up. Okay. Weight, 50 pounds. Skeletal features, like most other animatronics, hard metal on the outside. On the inside, wires, metal, etc. Do most of them have hard metal on the outside? Well, I know that the FNAF 1 animatronics are fuzzy. And I thought FNAF 2 animatronics are plastic. That's why they're called toys, right? I don't understand anything. Anyways. Wires or pieces broken? None. Unique features. Fedora. In case some of you don't know that, Fedora is a hat. Personality. Okay. Daytime personality. Nice. Calm. Nighttime personality. Evil. Glitchy. Her voice may get glitchy at night, but it's unknown why. Intelligence 100%. You are so handsome. What? What? Where does that come from? Okay, wait. Yeah, intelligence 100%. She's super smart. 140 IQ, ladies and gentlemen. Passive or aggressive? Passive at day, aggressive at night. Oh, who would have thought? Behavior towards kids. Nice. Funny. The kids sometimes laugh when she is doing her routine. Behavior towards adults. Respectable. Kind. FNAF 1. Room. She has her own private stage in a corner near the main stage. Function. She does something similar to Foxy, but she does a show. A Australian show. It's a Australian background as Slither tells the kids stories about her so-called travels. Yeah, so she tells kids about her travels as they laugh at her funny accent from time to time. Like, Australians don't even have big accents. I think. I mean, yeah, they have strong accents, but they're not really funny. Like, when you compare it to a cowboy, for example. Like, Western accents is actually funnier than Australian, because Australian people literally just talk. They're literally just talking. I'm not sure what's so funny about that, but okay. Status, functioning, door, right, strategy. She goes through the right hall, but by the lifeguard's view, the left hall to the broom closet, and then down the right hall to the door. Since it is hard to see her through the door due to how small she. Oh my god. Killing the night guard with her fangs. Yeah, blah blah. Special ability, she is able to stop the generator, leaving enough time for her to make it through the right door. Why is she so overpowered? Why can't she stop the generator until she's at the door? Oops, sorry. I was speaking like really loudly in this distance. I'm sorry. When I narrate things, I usually speak more quiet, so I was like leaning in the microphone. But then I started talking normally, and I was like still leaning in the microphone. Sorry if that was like really loud right now. But what the fuck? 9 hours active. 4 a.m. until 5 a.m. She doesn't like to move around much. Oh, she doesn't like that. Following guide description, the snake. Oh. Sorry. Stroke. The snake. Yeah, the snake is smaller than the other animatronics, so she will try and sneak up on you. But you should still be able to see her, either her fedora or her eyes by the door. Attack screen leaves a night guard killing him with her fangs. By the way, I got this template from Divine Art, although I took some stuff out. You still took stuff out, and it is still so long. I'm very sure that I don't even need all of this information, because what the fuck? He can't stop simping over him? I'm literally not even doing anything. I'm literally not even doing anything. Okay, I guess here goes nothing. To the next part. Okay. Next chapter is I'm a snake. So a little girl named Sasha, why is it always girls, always went to Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria on Saturdays and Sundays. Her parents liked taking her because she always seemed to have fun there. Why don't you know how to put dots? Why don't you know how to put dots? Hello? Anyways, so one Sunday, it was 5 minutes before we had to leave. Okay. So Sasha had to use the restroom before they left, but by the time she came back, the lights were out. Huh? Where is everyone? The animatronics on stage know we are standing there with our eyes closed. They looked way cooler in daytime. I should probably get out of here. Sasha made her way to a door, but it was locked. Just great. I'm getting kinda scared though. Sasha saw that Pirate's Cove's curtain was closed. And Foxy's probably there. I should probably head. What? What? Wait, what? I'm sorry, but what? Am I tripping? I'm having like such difficulties with everything right now. I need to drink a little more, please. I still have this issue with my jaw. But I just have to crack it. I just have to, I feel a tension in my jaw. And when you move it, it cracks. And then it feels easier for like 5 milliseconds. And then I have to do it again. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you break your jaw. Oh. Anyways. Sasha hid under a table, and maybe 30 minutes to an hour had passed. She noticed a camera moving up on the wall. A camera must be a security guard. He can help me. Sasha got out from under the table, looking around for a security guard. Just as she was about to find him, a metal hand touched her shoulder. She froze more than someone stuck in a freezer. Funny. As she slowly turned around, and it was Freddy staring right at her with his beady eyes. What the fuck does beady mean? So basically, okay, Freddy knocked her out as he dragged her to some type of room. Ooh, so specific. She was half awake and half knocked out. Basically knocked out, but she could still hear. You can also call that paralyzed. Okay. Just say paralyzed. So apparently, who are you? Apparently, basically, some type of hello? Like, what is happening? Okay. So apparently, Freddy and the other animatronics were there as they discussed the situation. Why was she even here? We closed up an hour ago. You closed up. Okay, yes. definitely. You as an animatronic, you close up. She must have gotten lost. Enough already, let's get this over with. Are you serious, Freddy? We can't do that. She's seen too much. If we let her go, this could ruin the restaurant. He has got a point, Chica. No, wait. Hold on. Can I ask what the fuck is happening? Like, I know these stories where they go like, yeah, the animatronics and pizzeria guys, they're like the pizzeria guys and it's their store, but those are literally just animatronics. They are children stuck in metal suits, and I'm not even sure if they even mean to kill the night guard. I feel like they're doing this accidentally. Like, I have no idea. And then they say they can't let her go because she's seen too much, and that could ruin the reputation of the restaurant. Who cares? Why would the children care? You guys are children. How would you even know that this could ruin the reputation of the restaurant? How did you know that walking animatronics at night is something unusual in the first place? You guys are children. And I mean like small children. What the hell? Anyways, so they stuffed her inside of some type of suit. So they switched her on as she awoke in. I'm not sure if those animatronics even have switches. I feel like the only animatronics in the whole Five Nights at Freddy's franchise, aside from the ones that are not really FNAF anymore, is Sister Location. I feel like it's like the only type of animatronics that actually can be deactivated and activated, I feel like, because they're more advanced. The others are just things that are meant to move, but definitely not on their own. When the power is off, they should also be off, but yo, there are souls in there. It has nothing to do with them themselves, but I feel like you cannot switch them on and off, but okay. Yeah, there's so much soul. I was like my thought too. On my head, what had? The four animatronics were standing right before her. While you guys can move on your own? Why am I so close to the ground? Because I need to yawn. Excuse me very much. Not very vampire-like of me. She looked around her and noticed she looked like a snake. Freddy whispered to the others. I'm some type of robotic snake? Oh no, I'm gonna get out of here. We should reprogram her, like I said. It could ruin the business. So Freddy walked behind her. What are you? So she wakes up a few minutes later after Freddy reprogrammed her. Slither. Good day, mates. Nice to meet ya names. Slither? Slither the snake, to be exact. So they showed Slither to her corner station and also explained that she'd be performing there too. So the next day the kids came in. What am I reading? What am I reading right now? What am I doing? What is this? What are you reprogramming? The robots are literally nothing else but suits, like in this case in FNAF 1 even fuzzy suits with endoskeletons inside. They're made out of nothing but wires and metal, duh. And they have been built to do the according movements, which are really not much movements. They literally just move to the right and left every now and then. They really don't do anything special. It runs in the electricity. It has nothing to do with reprogramming or coding or whatever the fuck. Those are not advanced robots like the ones that run Elon Musk's restaurant. Those are literally just animatronics like in Disney World. Like, what is going on? I don't know why the narration always starts with so. I don't know why that is happening. Like, why is it happening? I'm so confused, please. Yeah. Good. So the next day the kids came in. Super. Alright, chapter 2, I think it is. First day on the job. So as the kids came in, some kids came over to see the new animatronic. Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, and we have a new animatronic with us today. A spotlight appears on Slither as she greets the kids. Good day, mates. Names Slither. Slither is name. Would you like to hear a story? Not even a question mark. Oh my god. Yeah! Relatable. It was many years ago in Australia when this kangaroo starts bothering me. So after a tough battle, it finally went down and I was victorious. Why am I so stupid right now? The kids loved her funny language, but cheered and had fun. So Slither spent the rest of the hours of the day telling her the kitties about her awesome stories and travels. So it's about to be closing time. Slither says goodbye to the kitties. So Slither was powered down until it hit 4 a.m. when she suddenly woke up. Slither looked around, noticing Bonnie was gone. For some reason, why do I feel like killing the night guard? I'm not gonna question it, I might as well just do it. This is satire, right? Like, you can't be serious anymore, right? Like, this is fake. This is fake. This is fake, right? No, you can't be serious about that, please. Ow. Okay. So when the camera rotated off... excuse me. So when the camera rotated off of her, she slithered off her stage to the ride home. Before the camera spotted her, she got into the broom closet. Okay, he's right there, 4 dots. So he was busy checking the cameras as she slithered down the hall. Gay noticed. Who's gay? Gay noticed she was gone as he closed the right door. So when he couldn't see her anymore, he opened the door. But what he didn't see was that she went to the back of the door out of sight as she launched herself at him, killing him. What? Good day, night guard. The was maybe just hitting 5 a.m. So in 2 words, you just said that she killed somebody. Okay. Bunny showed up later. When later, the store opens at like 7 a.m., 6 a.m. I don't know. Well, the shift ends at 6 a.m., so I'm assuming around that time the store opens again. So what are you doing later? Anyways, not bad for your first time. Hee. So as they returned to their post, it was 6 a.m. once again. So after a couple of years, she was getting a little bored of her job. So one day, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza was closed since they were updating a bit, but not much, just some new decorations and games. So we're all relaxing for a day off. Chica was eating a pizza as usual. Bonnie was on stage playing a couple of notes on his guitar. Foxy was taking a nap in his Pirate's Cove, and Slither and Freddy are playing a game of chess. How does Slither even play chess when she doesn't have arms nor legs? Oh, I keep yawning. I'm so sorry. Yeah. I mean, like, please. Why I hate that they mentioned that Chica is eating pizza. Like, Chica is an animatronic. How is she supposed to eat pizza? Only because her thing says, let's eat. Doesn't mean that she actually eats. I mean, it's a pizzeria. Like, of course it's gonna say let's eat or something like that. Like, I don't even know how to imagine her. Yeah, me neither. It has to be like, oh my god, my voice. It has to be like a really, really advanced robot, but that does not really fit into the FNAF 1 style. No matter what animals, they always have 2 legs and 2 arms. Why doesn't she? I have no idea. I have no idea. Absolutely not. Because she is special. And she is Slither. Good day, mate. This is so peanut. You're infecting me with your yawns. Excuse me. Anyways. He ain't got ya. Freddy had taken down one of her kings. Checkmate. She took down his remaining pieces in one move, since they were all lined up correctly as she wanted. You're too good at this game. Okay. Ready to play another round? A round? Yawn. I'm actually gonna take a nap in the backstage. See ya later, Slither. It sure does get a little boring around here, but I still love my job. My job? I think this is, like, the last. It's almost the last one. I think after the story, I'm gonna end the stream because I'm getting a little bit tired. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, chapter how much? 4? No, 3. I don't know. The replacements. The next day, her friends were knocked out. Okay. Guys, somebody had knocked her out with a wrench as they dragged her and her friends to the backstage and closed the door. What door? So as they each woke up, they only remember getting hit in the head with something. Hey, what's all that noise out there? Out the... Freddy opened the door to see near versions of us performing the show. Who is us? I reckon they'd be replacing us. And why does everyone have her accent now? Really? I mean, like, I don't know. I think they're all talking the same. I mean, yes. Yeah, they're all talking the same. I think from the story. You be right, laddie, company. Sorry, I'm not sure why, but laddie really irritated me. You be right, laddie, company says we're too old, so they're replacing us. They don't even look any better. We can't let them steal the spotlight. What do you suppose we do then? We have to take back the stage, so when the restaurant closes tonight, we get rid of those fakers and the company will think it's just an accident and bring us back. We can't do that. It wouldn't be fair to them. Yeah, it's not right. You got a better idea? Well, I'm just a Discord sorry. I didn't think so. So as they performed, the restaurant finally closed. as the animatronics are powered down. It's time. I thought they can't be awake during days, so like, what is happening even? Freddy gave us all crowbars as we walked out. How many are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 people. And coincidentally, there were 5 crowbars in the storage room they were stored in. Okay. Good logic. Okay. Freddy, are you sure about this? Maybe being replaced won't be so bad. As if I'd let the fakers take our place, this is our restaurant. We've been here ever since it opened years ago. Even you got here a year after it opened. So as we went on stage, Freddy told Bonnie to destroy the Neo Bonnie. He hesitated and then tossed the crowbar. I won't do it. I gotta do everything myself. Let me show you how it's done. Let me show you how the boss does it. Anyways, he had strike all the animatronics, busting them out. Busting them up. Busting them up. Okay. That's how you do it. And New Foxy came out. New Foxy, what's all the noise out here? Why are you asking the same question as Freddy? Anyways, he saw his friends busted up on stage. Please? What? What have you done? You left us in that bad room to rot while you steal our lives. Leave you to rot? I fixed ya. Okay. Really? They were gonna toss you all out together. Well, okay. But you can't just steal our lives like this. Sorry, it weren't our choice, but whatever you do now, I wish you luck. Well, I was thinking, could we stay here in the pizzeria? New Foxy thought about it for a second. Well, it's that or you get thrown out on the street, so sure you can stay. What? That's great. That's great. So you're gonna fix my friends? We're on it. You better hurry before the 6 a.m. bell rang through the restaurant. There it is. I'm such a bugger. I'm sorry, but this is so ridiculous. Oh no, what are we gonna do? We can do the show. Really? I think we got one more shift in us. Yeah, I think we do. It's that. Or the restaurant gets shut down fine. Okay. Can I be in Pirate Cove? The New Foxy gave If a weird look. I wanna say goodbye. Fine. So we took our places as Soother went on her small stage near the show stage. Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, where magic and fun comes to you. Okay. Good day, kids. I'm still. Oh my god. Yeah, no. 10 minutes story time. Alright, so I was fishing at a lake when something huge caught my line. I was reeling it in. Reeling, because it's real. When the huge fish came out snapping at me, I wrestled the fish, then it finally stopped as I popped it in a nice bucket. Since the kids cheer on her for some more over stories, it's final closing. You do realize that this is still the dialogue? It's not narration anymore, it's the dialogue. And who puts a live fish in a ice bucket? I'm sorry, but the story is terrible. It's terrible. I'm so glad this is the last part. Is it? Oh, please tell me this is the last part. Oh my god, it is. We will never be forgotten. Like, oh my god, this is crazy. Okay. Here goes nothing. Let's go with the last chapter. We will never be forgotten. So, a little while after the show, the new Foxy says we weren't half bad. Nothing keeps the spirit down. Too bad that was our last performance. Now, Foxy, cherish the moment with all your heart then. Who knows, maybe we will be rebuilt someday. Yeah, maybe you're right. We will never be forgotten. Alright then. Okay. So the new animatronics came out backstage as we greeted them. Guys, you be fixed. Wow. Well, I broke them, so after the show I went ahead and fixed them. Thank laddie. So we chatted with the new animatronics a bit. I will make us some pizza to celebrate our new friends, but I thought you're gonna die in a few moments. I'll help too. Good meeting ya. Yuto. They rubbed their tails around each other's. So after a few minutes, both chicas come out. Chica and new Chica, let's eat. So after we ate our pizza, over the years, new animatronics came and went, including the new toy animatronics, and in 87, we were finally rebuilt as new performing again, so the Fazbear party will never end. What? And that is it? Yeah, got it. Absolutely got you. Absolutely got y'all. There's no other word to describe what I just read other than goyle. Yeah, wow, nice story. The best story ever. Thumbs up, yes. Woo! A round of applause for his masterpiece, please. Give a good clap at this. FNAF OC story by Sasha Anime Kid, a real artist. The best book available on the market, and I got to read it for free. Oh my god. What was that? I don't even understand what happened. So, the beginning was very interesting. A little girl named Sasha, yes, and her parents liked taking her, and she was on the toilet for so long that her parents abandoned her in the pizzeria restroom. And because her parents abandoned her in the pizzeria restroom, she died and became a snake. Like, are you kidding me? Aren't, like, employees responsible for, like, making sure there are no customers in the building at all? I thought there were people responsible for this. Where'd they go? Where'd the employees go? Or is it like all just animatronics? And even if it's all just animatronics, obviously for some reason they have a conscience, so they can use that conscience to actually take that job over and ask if there are any customers still in the building before they close. So all of this has or should have never happened at all if her parents just were a little bit more responsible and stayed in the pizzeria with their child who was currently on the restroom. Or you could have just taken your child and let her pee at home. That is also an option, but your child, your life, your decision, I don't care. Do whatever you want with your kids. But that was ridiculous. The story we read before this was so much better. I don't even know. Wait, what did we read before this? It was like the Beijing thing, right? And I like the POV switches in the Beijing thing. It was good. But this? This is hilarious. This is crazy, actually. Okay, yeah, but I don't want to like talk much about it here on stream. My throat is hurting a little bit from all the reading. But it was definitely another fun stream, right? I did enjoy this as much as this cute little fly harassing me for any reason. I just want to emphasize again how big this room is, and you know where this fly decides to be? In my face. Yeah, not on my legs, not on my, I don't know, arms. No, nothing, none of that. In my face. Yes, baby, in my face, because I'm pretty. What do you think? Wait, real quick. I want you to rate the story out of 10. It is your fly? Sissy? This is your fly? What is your fly doing in my gaming room? Sissy? You come here and get your fucking fly. I absolutely don't find that okay. That you let your fly be here in my streaming room and have it interrupt me during reading. It's not okay, sissy. Come here and get your fly. My goodness. It's unbelievable with you. I would really, what would you rate this out of 10, the story? Genuinely, me, I personally, let's see. I think actually around 1.5. This story. Yeah. I'll give this story a 1.5 out of 10. Because I'm serious. The grammar is bullshit. You always add the so at the beginning of the sentence. Very, very repetitive for that reason. There is too little narration, too much dialogue. Well, for me personally, there is not really too much dialogue, but there's so many unnecessary stuff said, and so many things happened with so little telling, which caused big fat confusion, and so many unnecessary stuff happened, like the chess scene with Freddy? I don't know either. And like the plot is also very, very, very poor. So if it's not a 1, I'm gonna give it a 1.5, because on the pro side, wait, I actually can't think of any pros. Wait. Okay, you know what? Straight 1. 1 out of 10. Not 1.5. Just straight 1 out of 10, because I can't think of any pros. There you go. That is my rating for the story. Alright, I'm gonna go. My time has come. Goodbye, sweeties. And I can't wait for the next one. I will be very, very hardworking and look for more stories for you. Yes, girl. One out of 10 bets, that's perfect. That's gonna be the rating. Oh my god, yes. From here on, we're gonna rate every story we read with bets. Yo. minus 5 out of 10, bro. Oh, thank you, Sosa Move, for awesome stream. You're such a foxy. Oh, foxy accent, such a funny Australian accent. Oh, yes, baby.